Hi, I'm Larry Tatum. Welcome back to Tip of the Week. Now, some of you have asked me through emails, how do you close the gap? One gentleman in particular asked me how he closed the gap, particularly because he only has one leg. Well, it's not enough always just to close the gap. I'll show you one method of doing it. There are many, many methods of closing the gap between you and your attacker. But in a sparring situation, you get a lot of emails of, how do I close the gap? Well, a lot of guys can close it, but they can't keep that gap closed. One of the main things you have to do is, after you close the gap, you have to diversify your angles of attack, okay? Both going in as well as retreating and coming out. Now, with the help of John, let's pick a situation, a scenario, where John and I are sparring. And John drags up with a side kick, and I manage to block it. All right, I don't want to fight John's leg. Let's say that he's a better kicker than they are. I just don't have the kicking ability, particularly in a tournament sparring situation. So what I want to do is get my best weapons in, which in this case would be my hands. And I'm increasing my line, not trying to cut through his line, not trying to out-kick him. So when he does that side kick, the moment he does it is the moment I move back in. But now if he blocks, I close the gap. All right. But what I want you to do when you go back in is watch my right foot this time. I'm going to diversify that angle going back in. The first move goes here. As I move forward, I step off just a little bit so that I can move from that pre-selected angle. You might say I vectored my fist already in by planting my foot. Watch again, we have the side kick. And I move forward, and it looks like an illusion to John. He sees the punch come forward, but my foot steps off just enough to where I can check that arm down and then move in at that point. Now, again, she's hit. If he blocks with the other hand, then just roll it with a back knuckle at this point. Now I'm closing that gap, I've closed it, and I continue to close it. Even if I punch at this point, if I punch John here, I'll diversify that angle. And I'll keep working a zigzagging combination of moves. Thank you.